First of all, there was some growth. It wasn't all bad. Disappointed that we lost that game by one. If you go back through from the beginning to the end, there'll probably be 20 possessions that were wasted. Um, there will be defensive laps that we just gave up on. I'm saying this to the guys in the other locker room. Possession by possession defensively, make it as hard as you can for the opponent. Let me say that again. Possession by possession, make it as hard as you can for the opponent, especially on defense. The reason being, when you give a team that's like their team, very good passing team, not super athletic, but really good at what they do, and you allow them to get wide open back cuts, offensive rebounds, wide open threes, they're just dissecting you apart. In order to sustain that, to get over that, you have to be really solid, really disciplined, and you got to know what they're doing. We weren't real solid. We weren't real disciplined. We were disciplined in spurts. We were solid in spurts. They deserve to win. Well-coached team, out-coached us. Players outplayed us. They were the aggressor. They put us on our heels. They get a 10-point lead. A team like that's just going to make 15, 12, 15 passes. You better really understand how hard you got to defend, or you lose. 1 point. Again, I'm going to say this. They're a very good team. Scotty Davenport does a great job. He's a very good coach. But it wasn't really about Bellarmine as much as it was about us. And I'm giving them all the credit in the world. They are a hell of a team. This is about our discipline that he exploited.
Coach, offensively, 28 three-point attempts tonight to 24 two-point attempts. Do you feel like the team was maybe settling for too many outside shots?
No question about it. I think in the first half, I can't remember the number, we had 16 threes and 10 twos, something like that. That's not who we are. That's not the way we practice. That's not the way we play. Since the day that I got in here, I've been talking about multiple lane touches. There was 10 possessions where we did not have a lane touch. That's not what we teach. That's not what we do. Now, as I say that, understand, this is a hard game. If it was easy, everybody would be winning. So I'm asking them to change, to do things that are uncomfortable for them right now. And that's why I say we win or we learn. Today is a hard lesson to learn. That's simple.
Kenny, I think 16 minutes for Sid. He didn't get a shot attempt. How much of that is what they're doing defensively? How much of it is what he didn't do or you guys didn't do to get him the ball?
A little bit of both. They were really good. They sagged the paint. We wanted to establish him in transition. We wanted to establish him in the post. Ran a couple plays for him. The timing of the play was off. We were panicked or rushed offensively. Didn't get him the ball or he went too soon. But it's a learning lesson. Here's a kid that can force teams to double team, that can score in the paint, that's really strong around the basket, that can offensive rebound. He has to find a way to impose his will. That's why he's a captain. He's been there before. I need him to help lead us. I'm not blaming him in any way, shape, or form, but I need more. I need more.
Kenny, in the under 10 possession, 9.8 seconds, did you get what you wanted? I think Lance shot the ball from the corner or not?
Lance came off. I thought the last two possessions, maybe the last three, wide open shots. The three that we made, We just put that in today, executed it, got a wide open shot, and we had two other players wide open. The play that Kamari came off wide open. I can't ask for a better shot. My lesson to them is this: confidence is something that a lot of people don't like to talk about as coaches. It comes from doing something so hard for so long, and I hate to say it, it's a little bit of a fear of failure. When you live by that fear of failure, it makes you train a certain way. It makes you alert to everything, knowing that I'm going to shoot this shot thousands and thousands and thousands of times from a fatigued state. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, LeBron James, thousands and thousands of times. If this is the life that you choose, you got to know your confidence isn't like a light switch. Can't turn it on and off. And I'm saying that as a team, not one individual. Confidence has to come from your work. And you got to work borderline insanely in order to be good.
Coach, you kind of touched base on it there a little bit, but with you got your point guard going to the free throw line to try to hit a big shot there. Are you concerned that with his many minutes he's playing that he might be tired in that situation?
Of course I am.
And what do you say to him when he misses that opportunity?
First of all, I think for L has to understand the power of having the ball that much in his hands. What exactly that means. It means sort of that you can't be emotional highs and lows. You got to be steady. You have to be so in tune to your teammates that you are controlling a game and you're finding that, for example, your man talked about Sidney Curry. Find him. Brandon may need a post-up. Find him. But then you got to know that you got to pick your spots offensively to take over a game. And that we lose by one, you can never be the guy when you're Sidney, L, Jalen, to give up and break down on plays. One possession, that's what this team is. One possession you break down can cost us a game. You have to be so in tune to being on point on everything that we're doing. It's the only way we can win. We have no wiggle room. Our leaders have to be leaders, and they have to lead by examples. They can't take a play off. They can't miss something. In order for us to win, they got to be really good.
Coach, you had 5 fast break points. It was more than the 0 you had in a couple games ago. But what is there a certain amount of fast break points that you want to have, and what is it going to take to kind of get those up and get out and running like how you want?
Well, that was a stretch, and I don't know what they ended up shooting for the game, but there was a point in the game we were sitting on the bench in huddle saying they're shooting 65%, they're shooting 70%. You're not getting fast break points when a team is shooting that high percentage. You got to get stops. All transition is a mistake by our offense, a missed shot by our offense, and we get out and fly. If we don't get stops, we can't run. So we have to be a better defensive team to force misses to get out and run.
Coach, with the game being such an important milestone for the city, Bellarmine coming up, how important was getting the energy of the home crowd tonight, especially with those moments where Bellarmine was really able to get the crowd into it?
Right before tip-off, as I looked in the crowd, and I thought the crowd was great, I said to the guys, understand what you're playing for, who you're playing for. They're here to support you. Give them your heart. Give them your heart. They deserve it. I just hope that people stick with us. Eventually, we're going to get it figured out. I don't know what that means, but I know we're going to get better. We have gotten better, but we have a long way to go, and we started out behind, to be honest with you. We have players that are struggling with confidence. struggling with who they are, what they are, and we're trying to help them through it. That's what coaching is. It's not X's and O's and drawing up plays. It's inspiring young people to be great, to inspiring young people to believe more than they've ever believed in their life, to getting a guy to think different. That's our challenge. That's what we're trying to do every single day. Some of it is with love. Some of it, to be honest with you, is putting our foot in their butt. Just what it is.
Kenny, the growth you saw over here, the growth you saw from Mike tonight, and you mentioned confidence. He really had confidence down the stretch, a couple of those shots.
No question. I want him to play, and I told him this in the locker room, work really, really hard, and then trust your spirit, trust your heart. There aren't many players that have a spirit like his. Trust it, but work hard so that when you go in the game, all you have to think about is my ticker and my brain. I'm not worrying about conditioning. I'm not worrying about confidence. I know what I'm doing. I'm competent. I'm confident, and I'm ready to just play and trust myself. That's what I need from him. And in spurts, he was really good. I'm happy with Mike James. Really am.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.